So welcome back, guys. So myself Avinash, and I'm teaching circuits for you. Thank you for supporting this channel, and please do subscribe and share to your friends. Okay, now in this class we'll discuss about what is a node, what is a mesh, what is a loop and branch. Okay, so what is the node, mesh? That is node, mesh, loop and branch. Okay, so node means that for this explanation I am taking a small circuit. So in circuits I have already said that you have let us say this is in the shape of T, right? So the T is like this, and the pi, we have a T and pi symbol like this. So we have a pi circuit like this. So why this T and pi T and pi came to the picture is, so in research in power transmission lines and all, this T and pi are called model. Like in transmission line, to get things to be in for research oriented thing, they divided that entire big transmission line into a T circuit and entire big transmission line into a pi circuit. So I am using the T and pi circuit for our circuit explanations. Why? Because so everything is modeled by researchers. So whatever voltage source and whatever the theorems you are showing, they're all in form of research. So for this source, I'm keeping one load. Let us say one source I'm keeping, and I shorted this circuit. Okay. For this, I want to find a number of meshes, number of nodes, and number of loops, and number of branches. So the node means when two or more elements connected together, it is called node. So node means two or more elements. Two or more elements connected. So connected together forms node. So here this voltage source, resistors connected by one connection, that is, we'll name it as node 1, and R1, R2, R3, the elements are connected by this point, that is N2. And again, if you observe carefully, this resistant source and this R3, it was connected by this line, so this is N3. Okay, this circuit can be redrawn like this also. So circuit redraw will be in your hand. Okay, so these two circuits are equal. Okay, so this is N1, N2 and N3. So we are having a number of nodes. For this circuit we are having N equal to what? 3 nodes. Okay, so what is the mesh here? Mesh means closed loop. So loop means this one. So when a current will flowing in a loop. Okay, closed loop which doesn't have inner loop. So this loop, it doesn't have any inner loop. So they are having inner loop here 1 and 2. So one loop which doesn't have any inner loop is called mesh. So here we are having two meshes, that is M1 and M2. So two closed meshes. So therefore number of meshes equal to what? 2. Again, what is loop? Loop is also a closed loop, closed path which may have inner loop. Okay, so this mesh and loop are seems to be similar, but they are not similar. There is a small difference is there. So in a loop, it is a closed path which may have inner loop. So which may not have inner loop or loop, but it is called a loop. Okay, if it is have inner loop, then it is called loop. If it is not having inner loop, it may call loop or mesh. That means here how many loops are there? inner closed loops, this is L1, L2. Another loop you having closed path is, this is also closed path. Therefore this M1, this is called one loop, this is L1, let us say this is L1 and this is L2, and we having other path is L3. So the number of loops here we having is 3 loops. So now what is the difference between mesh and loop is, in one word I'll say all loops all meshes are loops, okay, but all loops are not meshes. That means this L1 loop, it is called M1, L2 loop, it is called M2. So all meshes are called loops. So here to having two meshes M1, M2, they are also called L1, L2. So 2 loops again. But this final loop L3, that is the current traveling from V, R1, R3, it is called loop, but it is not called mesh. Why? Because the mesh doesn't have inner loop, but this L3 loop having 2 inner loops. Therefore this mesh is not L3 is not a mesh, but it is a loop. Therefore all meshes are loops, but all loops are not meshes. Okay, now coming to what is branch means. So whatever elements, how many elements are there, each element to form one branch. So this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch. So total number of branches we are having in this small T circuit is 1, 2, 3, 4. So total number of branches in this circuit is 4. Okay, this is about what is called node mesh loop branch. So in coming classes we'll know about what is the node mesh analysis, node analysis and all. But for time being, if someone asks you to find so the questions will be find number of meshes in your circuit. If they'll give the value of number of nodes, number of branches, and required. So the formula is M equal to B minus N plus 1. Okay, that means the number of branches is here is, how many branches we are having? 4. How many nodes we are having? 3 plus 1. Therefore number of meshes equal to 2. So we got number of meshes equal to 2. For any complicated circuit, they will give you, you may not find a number of meshes there. So in that we will find, you go to know the number of branches easily and number of nodes easily, and you can find number of meshes easily by this formula. So this is a main formula used for finding number of meshes. Not only number of meshes, if the number of meshes is given, the number of nodes are given, you can find number of branches. Say likewise, there is a 3 opportunities to find different forms things. Now we'll shift to what is the KVL and what is the KCL, our main heart to our circuit solving thing. So what is the KVL means? Kirchhoff current law, Kirchhoff voltage law, sorry. So Kirchhoff voltage law states that algebraic sum of voltages in a loop equal to 0. So law of conservation of something you are doing. So energy neither be connected nor be destroyed. So what is the voltage mean? Is a force or at an energy to drive some electrons to flow a current. So this algebraic sum, so simplify, this is a sentence, but in represent the circuit means, for example, if a number of sources are connected in series, voltage sources, okay, let us say Vn and V1, V2, V3. So algebraic sum of this another open circuit voltage, let us say VAB. So let us say this is VAB. So open circuit voltage here. So due to by this formula, so algebraic sum of means minus V1 plus V2 minus V2 minus V3 and up to so on plus VAB. So by this we can VAB equal to what? V1 plus V2 plus V3 is up to so let us Vn. This is a by KVL we are getting. So this is algebraic sum of voltage in a loop is equal to 0. So we got this form. So for example, let us take two series resistance R1 and R2. Listen guys carefully. So let us take two resistance connected in series and a voltage source V. Okay. So I'm taking the current will flow across this through this circuit. Okay. Now apply KVL here. So KVL means algebraic sum of currents entering in a loop equal to 0. So if you take source, this is source. I'm starting from here. So applying KVL in a loop means, so if you observe, if you know this how to draw, the problem with the circuits is finished at this end only. So I'm starting from here. So let us say if I'm starting here, the voltage across these two branches. So voltage across these two terminals is minus V. So I'm starting from negative terminal, I represent negative. And again from this two, I'm going to R1 resistance. Okay, voltage across this R1 means, so what is the voltage we having by Ohm's law? V equal to IR. Okay, this is the R1 resistance plus, again I'm an algebraic sum. So voltage algebraic sum. So plus voltage across resistance means V1. Voltage across resistance means R2 means V2. So we have voltage across V1 plus V2 equal to 0. So algebraic sum of voltages. And so V1 means what? We are having I into R1, and V2 means what we are having? I into R2. So V1 equal to the source supply current I into R1, and V2 equal to what? Supply current I into R2. Substitute this V1 and V2 here equal to 0. So V equal to what you got? I into R1 plus I into R2. So therefore I equal to what? R1 plus R2 you got. So this is the algebraic sum of equal. So my question is, I am representing this entire circuit like this, plus V equal to, what is that? I am representing this. So load terminal is R1 plus R2, that is R total. So if you want current I means, what do you do? V equal to what? I into R2. So comparing these two equations, what is the total resistance you got? R1 plus R2. So this is why I am taking, when two resistors are in series, where what is the total resistance we are keeping? R1 plus R2. So you can give justification for why R2 and R2 are added when two resistors are in series. Now one more thing at this point in this junction I am saying, so many got doubts, sir, why we represent plus terminal, negative terminal here? Why we represent plus terminal, negative terminal? Why not we represent negative plus 2, negative positive? For that one solution I am keeping guys. So let us take, this is so this is left part of this is source, right part I am saying load, that is R1 and R2. So what is the source means? In the definition, let us say this is the source. Okay, I am keeping terminal like this, and again I am keeping a load like this. So from source, load will take some value. So whenever an element said to be source, the current will flow out of from the positive terminal. So take it for granted, from positive terminal when a current is coming out means it is called source. Load, to represent load means current will enter into a positive terminal, then it is called load. Okay, if we connect both like this, that means here the positive terminal, out of the positive terminal current I is coming outside, and current this same current is flowing into the positive terminal, so then it is called load. So to in circuits, to represent voltage across something element, that is load voltage, we represent like this, that is current is entering like this. So and again the same current will flow from R1 to R2 like this. So from it is this I current touches this positive terminal initially and later this positive terminal. Therefore, these two R1, R2 are called loads. To represent the voltage across R1, we called V1 equal to what? I into R1, and again V2 equal to what? I into R2. So this is the main thing to represent load in this manner. So whenever you see a load, if you want to find voltage across this, you simply write positive and negative. That means current is entering into positive terminal. That's why we will represent it is as load. If current is leaving from the negative positive terminal, that is called load. At this junction, again, when power dissipation means power dissipation. So here power dissipation is power deliver. Sorry, power delivered means power deliver and power development is means V into I. That is V into I. And again power dissipation means I square R. You represent that. Okay, we'll go to this in complete direction, but representing the source terminals like this and load terminals and representing the source terminals is important. So this is about the KVL thing. So if an examiner asks you what is KVL, you have the provision to write this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing also. So everything is on your code. Okay. Now let us move to KVL, KCL. So another beautiful concept. This KCL, KVL is heart of our electrical circuits. So what is the KCL means? Sum of currents entering a node equal to sum of currents leaving. So what is the idea is law of conservation of charge. Okay, simply if you charge the phone, you take that phone out to you and you'll again discharge that. So you're using the charging and you're discharging. So law of conservation of charge. So nowhere charge is stored anywhere. So in simpler way, when let us take this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch. So in a circuit, current will enter like this, and again current will leave, or current will enter like this and current will leave. So what are the currents entering here equal to, it should be currents leaving. So that is the secret behind a KCL. That means it is KCL, current entering that node. What are the current entering? I1 plus I2. Addition of two currents equal to leaving of currents. For example, if you take another branch, in this also your current is leaving. If you assume that is current is leaving, let us say this is I1, that is called I. So this is about KVL. So KCL. So let us take one small example. If I connect the two elements in series, parallel. Let us say I'm taking two elements are in parallel. Okay, I'm giving a current source. Let us say I. Okay. Now what happens here is, according to KCL, currents entering it to node equal to currents leaving that node. So what are the current entering at this node? So I can write this circuit like this also. It is I, R1, R2, current entering is I1 and current entering it to I2. So what are the current entering equal to I equal to what? R1 plus R2. Sorry, I1 plus I2. So current I1 entering is equal to current I2. So if we take voltage across this is V. So every branch had its voltage. Now what happens here is, again, the idea of explaining this is, so what is the, if I represent this entire thing in this form, that is R total. So voltage across this is V. So by Ohm's law, V equal to what? Supply current into RT. Therefore, for I equal to what? You will get V by RT. So replace that V. I equal to V by RT. So supply current for I1, if you take I1 like this, for this I1 voltage is like what? So parallel. So I1 equal to can be represent V by R1 and I2 can be represent V by R2. So it's three elements having equal voltage. So replace I1 like this also. So you will get R1 plus. If you common V here, you will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. So V by R2. So therefore we get R1 V can cancel. So RT equal to what you get? R1 plus R2. Therefore R total can be represented as R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. This is the concept behind when two resistors are in parallel, the sum of the total resistance equal to what? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, here what we are doing is we are satisfying KCL and we are getting this RT, and again if you want power delivered means V into I, and power dissipation means I square R. So this is about KCL thing. Okay, now in the next class we'll discuss about mesh analysis and node analysis. Thank you.